Good morning, students. Today we're here with Miss Kimberly for another Choose a Career segment, and she works for Fedex. Now, what department of Fedex do you work for?
I work for Fedex Services, which is a part of the sales organization.
Okay, so give us a little insight as to, FedEx is a huge company. Give us a little insight as to what the sales division actually does for FedEx.
Okay. U.S. Sales is the division that actually goes out and procures contract with different companies and with different individuals. They are the money makers for FedEx.
Okay, so there are obviously a lot of companies in the world. Shipping carriers will actually go to these companies and say, if you ship everything with us, we will give you a better rate than the other guy. Is that essentially how it works?
That is exactly how it works, yes. The sales team goes out and they negotiate with different companies, explaining why shipping with FedEx is better than shipping with any other company.
Okay, how often do those deals get renegotiated with companies? Is it normally a set term of time, or does it just depend if prices change and the company comes to you and says, hey, we got to look at this again?
It depends on when the prices change, but also sales negotiates constantly with them. So if a customer is not happy with the services that they're receiving, or if they get approached by a different company to say, hey, we could do this better, sales is constantly going and renegotiating with them.
Okay, what do your day-to-day activities end up looking like?
Okay, for me, my day-to-day is to actually serve as the third level help desk support for sales. So sales has laptops, they have iPads, they have smartphones. And my job is to make sure that they have the tools that they need, those three things, on a daily basis. Sales is not allowed to go without an operational laptop, smartphone, or iPad for more than 12 hours. And that's because of the constant negotiations that they're doing with their customers and with the contracts that they're procuring. So my job is to ensure that if sales calls and says, hey, my phone isn't working, I can't get email, any of that, then it's my job to make sure that they have a working device.
Okay. If students are interested in this part or a career with FedEx in this division, what can they do?
Right now, the best way to actually get into this position would be to contact online fedex.com, and it has the different jobs that are available. This particular one is one that you would have to work from the inside. They don't hire from the outside, unfortunately. So if you were to apply for a position in the IT department, then you can be pulled into this particular position.
Okay, how did you start at FedEx to move your way into sales?
This program that we're doing now actually started 19 years ago. I started in 2004 as an intern. I have a business education and a computer science degree. So I was a little bit able to do a little of everything.
I got you.
And at the time I was programming, but wanted to leave programming. And went to school at a now defunct school, but it offered an internship into this particular area. And it was repairing laptops. And the students probably will never know about Blackberries because that was so long ago. But Blackberries were a big thing at that time. And we were starting to issue sales, Blackberries, and laptops. And that's how I started into the position.
Okay. Our career coaches always want to know about salaries for every type of job. So what do the salaries look like with sales? I'm assuming most sales positions like this have incentives, which means you have some sort of commission attached depending on how much business you're able to do.
That is absolutely correct. Sales is on a commission. They do have a base salary, but there are incentives to sell more and to get more contracts in. And one of the biggest things that FedEx does for the top sellers with sales, they have what they call President's Club. And they get to take a spouse or a friend with them on exclusive trips. This past year, they went to, they were in Ireland, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So they do, at the end of the year, get to have these different big
Experiences.
trips. Yes.
Wonderful. Obviously, FedEx is a Fortune 500 company, huge company. They're going to give you, obviously, all of the wonderful benefits, no doubt,
Yes.
retirement, health coverage, all of that type of thing as well.
Yes.
So, again, you can go and apply at FedEx.com if you're interested in a career with FedEx. Again, wide open. You can do anything
Yes.
you
And
want with that company.
That is true. And may I also add that FedEx also works with partners with various colleges to offer internships. So if you wanted to intern to learn more about human resources or the selling process itself, they have across the board.
A good foot in the door then. All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so very much for talking to us today. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
for having me.